Today we'll do a Qigong practice specifically for the wood element, which is the season of spring, the time we're in right now, season of growth and renewal, change. And you can see it when you're outside, the flowers are in bloom, everything is growing very quickly in our gardens. So let's see if we can find that energy in our own bodies, in our own lives, that energy of, I guess, initiative and movement and ideas and getting things going. We start just by bringing ourselves into our Wooji Stance. So we might lift the toes, place them back down. You might like to tuck the tailbone under just a little so the spine is long, neck long, arms just hanging by the side of the body. Let's turn our palms forward. We'll take a breath, lift the arms wide and high. And then letting go, sinking down through the heels. When the next breath comes, we lift again. And one more time. Let's bring our hands onto the body. We'll take one to the heart center, one hand to the lower belly. Just take a moment to find the rhythm of your own breath, remembering that every day is unique. Every day we feel different. So you might just notice qualities of your breath, your body on this day. As you bring attention to your breath, just notice if it's fast or slow. If it feels like it's high in the throat or chest or deep in the belly. Without trying to change it, just notice the qualities on this day. Whatever we give our attention to, we give great power. So we're always thinking of busyness or tension, we might give those things great power. And if we bring our attention to our breath, we might just help our body to reset, to restore itself. So you might just notice what this feels like, just following one breath. Sighing it out. And if the mind still feels busy, you might just like to add some words in. Breathing in, I am aware, I am breathing in. Breathing out, I am aware, I'm breathing out. Breathing in, I smile. And breathing out, I smile. You might like to just take all your energy under the toes, under the heel, under the ball of the foot. Just feel that sense of heaviness, groundedness. I am here on the mat. You might just feel that sense of gratitude for bringing practice energy into your life each day. I am here I am safe. And maybe if it feels right, just say, I am at ease. Whatever we practice grows stronger. Whatever we practice helps us become what we will be next. So if your eyes are closed, you might blink them open. You might like to take your arms down by the side of the body. Let's start by bringing our palms together, our wrists together. Just feel that sense of one pushing into the other pulling in. And then we'll slowly roll the wrists one over the other. Maybe changing direction. Let's draw one elbow under the other now. And maybe we bring the back of the hands together or the palms. Take a breath as we inhale, lift the elbows up. And sigh out. Feel the shoulders spreading apart. And then we'll draw into the body. Feel that strong sensation in the shoulder joint. Take one more breath here. And let it go. Let's bring the opposite arm under, whichever one you did last time, switch it over. Draw the shoulder blades apart, lift the elbows a little higher. Tuck that chin in, feel the crown of the head lifting up. Side out. And this time, draw the opposite arm into the body. And we'll take the hands down, just roll the shoulders. Big circles. Let's take the hands up to the shoulders and just widen the elbows high. Maybe changing directions. And we'll loop our right arm over the head. See if you can find the very bottom of your earlobe. Extend the left arm wide and heavy. And then we'll just slowly draw that ear down towards the shoulder. And if you feel good here, you might like to just turn, keep your head steady, but turn your eyes to look up towards the ceiling. Take another breath. Let it go. Slowly unwrap the arm, bring the head back up. Might shake the arms out a little. And let's wrap the left arm over the head. Find the base of the earlobe. Extend the right arm out. And then when you're ready, just sigh out. Draw that ear down. Shoulder stays heavy, both sides. Maybe looking out the corner of the eye back towards the roof. And we'll slowly unwrap the arm, head comes back up. Let's take a big shrug, big I don't know. Empty, empty, empty. Let it go. One more time. Beginner's mind, many possibilities. Expert mind, few. Let go of all the knowledge, all the conditioning, all the things that hold us back from experience. All right. So today we might just start. We're only going to do maybe 4 or 5 forms for the wood element today, and we'll in between do our standing meditation called Zhan Zhuang, and it's that one where you kind of stand like a tree. So I thought we might just stand with a little bit of instruction for that. So I'll just do it on fabulous Emily, and just encourage you to take a bit of time with this one just to situate your body and your energy so that you can move towards this feeling of stillness and repair in the body. So we start by just floating our arms up, and then we're going to turn the palms in towards each other. So fingers are about 10 centimeters apart, thumbs are curled in a little, and just let your elbows be heavy, hands heavy. Now we're going to sink down. We want our feet to be connected to the ground. So you might feel just that little bend in your knees, just a micro bend, just a few millimeters. The back of your knees are soft. So if you feel like your legs are locked, you just want to sink a little bit. So this tailbone tucks under, again, just a millimeter or two. You want the spine to be long. And see if you can just soften the shoulders, soften the elbows. Take a moment just to feel from base of the tailbone all the way up the back of the neck to the back of the skull as long as you can. So without touching your own chin, see if you can draw that chin in, that's it. So you have that beautiful double chin feeling that we all love. So back of the body is long. So this is our Zhan Zhuang, our standing like a tree, standing meditation. And once you feel like you're sort of settled in the shape, you might like to just bring attention to your belly, your abdominal breath. So we breathe in through the nose, we feel that sense of breath coming in, being warmed by the nose hairs, traveling down the throat. Oh, I like how you just sunk down there, Emily. So I'll just tap Emily right in between her shoulder blades to see if there's anything else we can relax and soften into the support of the ground. And you might just scan through every muscle in your face, just that sense of just letting go. Just bring that little hint of a smile in the corner of your mouth if you like. This just really helps us notice how much tension we might be holding in our jaw, in our cheeks. Just do it again, really nice, relaxing into it. So many people hold this form for 20, 30 minutes every day, and you'll find that if you hold it for a long time, you start sweating as if you just run around the block. It's very fascinating how strong this can be for our body. All right, let's take our arms down. So we're just going to have maybe 4 times to practice our Zhan Zhuang in between each of our wood element forms. So we'll get our body to move a little bit. Every form is a moving meditation in Qigong. And then in between the moving meditations, we will be coming into stillness and just allowing our body to notice, allowing our mind to notice the difference between the movement and the stillness. Always changing, always transforming, just like life. All right, let's start. We're going to just do a gentle opening of the side body. So take our right hand down towards the outside of the knee and just sigh it out. And then we'll take a breath in to come back up tall. And then exhale, left fingers, just go down towards the knee. Just go down as far as works for your body. Good rule for this movement is to keep the sensation underneath the feet the same on both feet. So you don't want to be lifting one foot up as you open through the side body. You might like to just keep your attention underneath both feet the whole time. Maybe slowly each exhale sinking a little deeper, maybe. So our gallbladder meridian, you might remember, runs down the side of the body. Gallbladder holds our bile, our angers and frustrations and impatiences and irritations. All right, now we're going to keep going with the right hand, but with the left hand, we're going to reach over. Inhale to come up. Left hand goes down, and our right hand will reach over. Keep steadiness under the feet. Slow your breath down. No rush to get anywhere. And we're going to add a little bit of kind of a twisting motion to it. This time, as our palm comes over, we're going to push across the body. Inhale to come up, and then we'll switch, push across. Just sink into it. One more. And we'll slowly come back up and just shake it out a little bit. All right, let's start with simple tiger form, back of the wrists together. We inhale and lift up. Then we'll take one hand behind, one hand forward. See if you can find your tiger claw. And then let go of that stress tension in the body. Inhale to lift up. Maybe find that claw again. And we meet back in the center, wrists come together, lifting up. As you sigh out, just feel like every bit of stress and tension is releasing from the body. And a good rule for this form is to try and keep your hips mostly facing forward at the start. This is just so we don't put any pressure on our knees. But if it feels good, you might like to extend the twist. So as you inhale, lift up, your eyes follow the hand behind. Stay on the fingers until your hands meet. Inhale, lift up. And then again, you follow the hands behind. And if there is any pressure on your knees, just maybe keep your eyes, keep your hips forward. Let's come back to the center and we'll float our arms up. Turn the fingers in. Sink into the heels. Just let your elbows and shoulders be heavy, your neck long. You might like to press through the toes, press through the ball of the feet. Whole body is deeply rooted. Just find that connection to the ground, that sense of constancy, stability, reliability, dependability. This is all we want to be to the people we care about, just to be there for them, to be shelter. And as you find that stillness, you might just bring attention to the belly, the breath. Just following each breath, just like we did at the start of this practice. And when you find the monkey mind tells you arms are too heavy, why am I holding my arms up? Just come back to the breath, come back to the focus. We use practice as much as anything to help us with a sense of discipline, a sense of helping us move towards resilience and strength so that we can cope with discomfort. Not always have to run from it, not always shy away from it. Like anything else, coping with things we don't want to happen is a skill. So we can try and spend our whole life running towards pleasure and running away from pain, but very unlikely that will work out for us. There will always be things that we don't wish to happen that happen. And there will always be things that we really want to happen that don't happen. It's just the nature of how life is. So you just notice when your mind tells you arms are too heavy without any judgment. Take another breath. We never know how strong we can be. And we never know what it feels like to survive something, to cope with something until we already have. Let's take one more breath. And then we'll slowly bring the arms down. If you like, shake it out. Just notice that feeling of energy moving through the body. And when you're ready, we'll take right leg forward. We'll meet in our bow stance, our warrior stance. Back heel connects to the ground, toes are turned in, front knee is over the ankle. And we're going to do the monkey presenting fruit, one of my favorites. Just inhaling, drawing the energy back around where our hips are. Turn the palms, draw the little fingers towards each other. Gesture of giving and kindness. Inhale, leaning back. And exhale, head comes over the knee. So find your own breath rhythm here. And as you bring your little fingers together, you're drawing together the ends of the heart meridian. We bring our wood element into balance, not through finding an answer to anger and frustration, but through things like openness, kindness, generosity. So you might just notice this sense of vulnerability from open heart, open chest. And sense of giving, extending out from body out into the world, to the energy of the world in front of us. Moving with the breath. All right, let's step our back leg forward, and then we'll take our right leg back. Find that space, knee over ankle, toes turned in. When you're ready, inhale, drawing back, and exhale, leaning forward. So one of my favorite lines in the Tao concerns this idea of good and bad, and how often when we label something, we trap it, we define it, we make it a story of the past rather than allowing it to live and breathe and be current and present for us. We love putting labels on things, we love judgments, except when they're on us, of course. So the line in the Tao goes something like this. What is a good person but a bad person's teacher? And what is a bad person but a good person's job? So when you find your mind labeling things as good or bad, you take responsibility that when you are the good, you're creating the bad. Simply through the act of that definition. Without the definition, things are as they are. And the second part, what is a bad person but a good person's job? Well, this is just accepting our responsibility to bring everything around us back to harmony and balance. Not by fixing or controlling or changing, simply through our example. Through the pattern of our lives, taking responsibility for the energy that we put out into the world. One more time. Let's step that back leg forward. You might like to shake it out again. Whenever you need to, just take that moment. And then we'll bring our feet under the hips, slowly float the arms up. Sink down through the heels, elbows heavy, shoulders heavy, neck long. You might feel that softness in the back of the knees. And when you're settled, come into the breath. Belly expands out. As you know by now, I love to, when I truly come into stillness, maybe my mind is not wandering so much. I often say this is my destination. Just remind myself to move away from the busyness, the rushing about, the to-do lists, the endless feeling of things needing to be changed or fixed. So you might just say, this is my goal, or this is my home. Maybe start to notice those physiological things that happen with stillness. Digestion switching on. Our blood pressure dropping, our heart rate slowing. You might even notice this journey of oxygenated blood up towards our brain, helping us make better decisions, decisions with more clarity, preparing ourselves for whatever is next, whatever challenge we have. Take 2 more breaths. And we'll slowly bring the arms down. All right, the next form we're going to do is, I think it's called something like the black dragon shows its claws. It's one of the Yi Jin Jing forms that we've been practicing on a Monday. So we'll bring our arms into the side of the body. And you want to feel like you're creating that claw again and generate it up close to the shoulder and then bring it across the body. And then we take that hand down and we scan the floor all the way across and then slowly come up, big breath in. And then we switch to the other side, inhaling and pressing across. So this might feel like a long pause of the breath, but just see how you go. Drawing energy in and then really pushing across, push through the shoulder. Pause the breath, scan the earth, press through the feet. Big breath in. See if you can find that stillness within the pause of the breath. Inhaling, drawing energy in. Exhale, pushing out. All right, and as we slowly come up, bring our feet back under the hips and float the arms up. You might take a moment just to notice this flow of energy after just half an hour of practice. Maybe the mind a little less busy, maybe. It's using each breath as an opportunity to just bring a little more space between our thoughts. Take 3 more breaths here. Slowly bring the arms back down. We might just do one more form today. We'll do the swinging head and wagging the tail. So just step out your feet a little wider than hip width. We're in our mabu, our horse stance. And we start this form, maybe hands on the hips. We'll straighten and roll to one side, look back towards the opposite foot. And then we're going to sigh out, drop our nose towards the knee. Take our head all the way across. And we inhale as we come up and look towards the opposite straight leg. And then we sigh out to come back up straight. And then inhale, go down to the same leg. Roll the nose down towards the knee and all the way across, letting go, sighing out. Inhale as we come up. Roll this top shoulder back as far as you can. And then sigh out to straighten up. All right, let's roll in our own time, our own breath pattern. Weight should stay in the back of the body. Shouldn't be any pressure on your knees. Allow your head to be as heavy as you can. Inhaling to come up. So this is one of the forms from Badlan Jin, the 8 brocades or the 8 silk brocades. Forms for each element of Chinese medicine. And last one. Let's step back into the center. And you might just like to shake out arms, shake out legs. Let's tap across the top of our chest. And we'll explore down our lung meridian, down the inside of the arm. Turn that palm over, trace back up the outside of the arm. Come back around and we'll take the other arm, starting at the lung point, all the way down the arm. And back up the outside. Let's trace down the center of the chest. We'll come around to rub around the kidneys. You might like to knock against the glutes, back of the tailbone, down the outside of the legs. And just let your head be heavy for a moment, pressing through the feet. You might like to just rub around the ankles. And then tapping up the inside line of the leg. Now, once we come up to stand, we're just going to let our arms loose by the side. And you might like to just extend that swing a little higher so you connect with your lung point. So we're looking for this point just under the collarbone, inside the shoulder joint. Point where we can often hold grief, holding on, not allowing something to move on. If you like to swing a little higher, you might like to connect with the out or the top of your shoulder. And when you're ready, just allow the arms to come back by the side. Let's bring the palms back to the lower back, just a little bit of warmth into the kidneys, the adrenals. And then we'll rub the palms together, last little bit of heat. If you'd like to make an intention for the week ahead, just bring these hands to the face, whatever it is, simple, small, achievable. Maybe just to take the energy of practice out into whatever we do next. Let's draw palms together and just thank each other for shared energy of practice each day.